Before I became Aare Gani Adams, I don't do anything without spiritual investigation. Nigeria, quote me, Nigeria will not move forward if we don't go back to true federalism or regionalism. If we don't go back to regionalism, within 3 years, Nigeria will break. 344 students kidnapped will now pay ransom for each one. A PhD holder was killed in Igangan, nothing happened. Another was killed in Ifon, nothing happened. Our policing supposed to be federal police, regional police, state police, and local government. 4 layers will remain as 1 layer of policing. And that's a problem. Unfortunately, few elites in Nigeria did not want Nigeria to restructure back to the regionalism. I'm sorry for Nigeria. I'm sorry for this nation. And now come back to the world, what a nation at the end of the day.
How does it feel being the Aare Gani Adams of the entire Yoruba land? Well, 15th.
We thank God for His mercy, and we thank God for giving us the opportunity. It's by grace for counting me worthy to become Aare Gani Adams. Because I can tell you categorically, it's a position of multi-billionaire personality. But for counting me worthy to be Aare Gani Adams is by grace and by God's intervention. And part of my destiny, what I will be in this world. And I give thanks to His Imperial Majesty, Oba Lamidi Olayiwola Atonda Adeyemi III, for giving me the opportunity, and all Yorubas, Obas. Because if Kabisi, allow me for you, want to give you the position, all the Yoruba Oba did not support, it will be a serious controversy. Although at the end of the day, he has the prerogative to do it, but it will be a serious controversy because it's Aare Gani Adams of Yoruba land. So we thank God and we thank the entire Yoruba people for giving me the support.
Have you heard God speak to you in any form before? Can you say that?
Well, I will not brag on that, but I communicate to my God.
Has God told you anything about Nigeria? Maybe Nigeria's future or something that will happen in the near future for Nigeria?
Well, apart from even my internal communication, you know, before I became Aare Gani Adams, I don't do anything without spiritual investigation. That's why my style may not be like other people's styles. I investigate before I jump to anything. My investigation is not even weekly, daily. I investigate on what will happen. Nigeria, quote me, Nigeria will not move forward if we don't go back to true federalism or regionalism. Regionalism, not statism. And if we don't go back to regionalism, within 3 years, Nigeria will break. It's confirmed and reconfirmed.
This is what your spiritual investigation has shown.
Spiritual investigation and native intelligence, common knowledge about what will happen. Even sometimes you don't even need to go to any marabas to know. Because already Nigeria is in the crossroad. Within 6 months, we can't pay our salary. And the issue of security is an eyesore. Almost all the zones is not safe anymore. Either it's true or not, we read in the news that they pay about £4 million to the kidnappers in the Northwest. Northwest is one of the zones that is majorly peaceful in Nigeria before. When you are talking of Northeast, people condemn it for the past 6 years. But Northwest is always peaceful. Middle Belt is either problem today, peace tomorrow. But now there's a problem in this Middle Belt. Northwest is always be a safe haven for everybody to travel to. But now it's no more. Southwest is becoming gradually. To the extent a PhD holder was killed in Igangan, nothing happened. Another was killed in Ifon, nothing happened. Day by day, kidnapping is happening in the southwest. Southeast, south, they have their own part of shares of this security threat. And when a country wants to destabilize, it starts from security threat. It starts from economic hardship. It starts from lack of cohesion. And people have alleged that Mr. President is not in control. It's a weighty allegation. If number one citizen is not in control of governance, there is a danger ahead. So definitely, you don't even need to investigate, apart from we have investigated, to say that Nigeria will last in this way. Unfortunately, few elites in Nigeria did not want Nigeria to restructure back to the regionalism. When a children fall, you look at the front. When an elderly fall, you look at the back. Where are we coming from? When a problem arises, you have to study your history. Where did we got it wrong? How did we got our independence? We got our independence to allow the federation to be. We have a 3 region. After some period, we have Midwest joining the region, and we were doing well. I'm not saying there is no corruption by then, but it's minimal. But by the time we go to this statism, we now create a lot of emperor to be a governor. And the governor now decided that, okay, any system you give to us, which is unitary system of government, we'll be collecting our own share, we'll be collecting the local government share and put it together, pay salary, do a little project, and make our money. And the governor now become a godfather. When they become a governor, they install their governor. And after becoming a governor, they now target to become a president. Now corruption has been institutionalized in the country. The target of the governor is that we are in business, in politics. When we embezzle money, we use the money to further our ambition, to make more money, and to make more money to the stage of presidency and become a mafia. Because the way Nigerian politics is going to a stage that we now turn to Italian mafia, like a drug business. Anybody who wants to cross our way, puts 300 million on his head and take it away from the circulation. I'm sorry for Nigeria. I'm sorry for this nation. And now come back to the word of Professor Wole Soyinka, what a nation at the end of the day. Because the way things is going on, this is not the country we fought for. I was part and parcel of the people that fought for this country at the age of 23 years. And we got the democracy when I was in the age of 29 years. Never see a country that is not economically stable, that closes its border for 1 year, land border, when there is no war. Land border for 1 year and 4 months. And you can see how much we lost in the process. In the process, we enter a recession that can compare with 1987 recession. And at the end of the day, we now went to go and borrow $1.5 billion from Brazil. I now sit down, I say, maybe we call it a mini economic person who is not a strong economic planner. The custom generates about almost 800 billion naira. 800 billion naira in a year through the custom. Through the custom, not talking of immigration, not talking of other people that made money in the land border. And 1 year, 4 months, the custom could have generated almost 1 trillion or 1 trillion plus in naira. So definitely by closing the land borders, we have lost like 700 billion to 800 billion. And how much did we went to go and borrow in Brazil? 1.5 billion. That 700 to 800 billion covered that 1.5 billion without borrowing. You cite a security threat. What is security threat? That what is our immigration doing? What is our custom doing? What is the SSS doing, or civil defense, even police in the border? What is the job of the Nigerian army to secure the border? For you to cite insecurity and put us in economic woes. So definitely, we have to get it right. Not even get it right by any policy in the way we are. Our people in the diaspora, they are so desperate that we should leave this country. There's a pressure on us from people in diaspora. When you talk about restructuring, they don't want to listen to you alone in diaspora. When I say they will call me, Aare, why are you still talking about restructuring? We want this country to break. We want to come back home. We have suffered a lot in abroad. We are working and we have many brains that can turn our country to a great country within 10 years. We have a lot of resourceful people in abroad. Look at the people. Look at how many Yoruba people in U.S. Government now, in U.S. Parliament now. We have a lot of them in Europe. And Yibo have a lot of them in abroad. Nigeria have a lot of, even the outside people have a lot of people in Saudi who are medical doctors. A lot of our roads are supposed to be well tight, motorable, putting light in all these roads. And at the end of the day, you can tow it and generate money from there again for maintenance, even for the building of other sectors. Enable environment, we encourage investors, different investors. And the solid mineral will be open. The solid mineral sector has been killed because of oil, deliberately. We have the second largest bitumen in Ondo State after Canada. We haven't touched it. We have the seaside that is more larger than Lagos State in Ondo State. We didn't utilize it. Our population is supposed to be an advantage to our investors. That they will have a cheap labor, a population more than 200 million people, supposed to be an advantage. Our policing supposed to be federal police, regional police, state police, and local government. 4 layers will remain as 1 layer of policing. And that's a problem. An emir in the north said, why allow us to carry arms, we face the bandits, because we have only 1 policing. Emir did not need to carry arms. The local government police is supposed to face the bandits and the state police, even the regional police. Look at the kind of embarrassment we are facing. 344 children kidnapped. We now pay ransom for each one. 3 days later, or 4 days later, another 80 was kidnapped. We pay ransom for it. As a lot of things happen. It's either we restructure to region, not even states. Because all the state governors must have a coordinating leader as a premier that will check them. If we don't check the governor, we are in trouble. We are in another internal slavery. Because the system we are coming from Nigeria, will be a reference for them to continue again. And we'll be in another mess. So the only way to restructure Nigeria through federalism is to region. We have 6 federating units. Allow the 6 federating units to develop at their own pace. And anything short of that, let everybody go through referendum peacefully. We don't want war.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question again as the Aare Ona Kakanfo of the Yoruba land. What do you think about Southwesterner becoming president in 2023? Because already there are talks here and there about Asiwaju wanting to become president in 2023. What do you think about it?
I'm not interested on anybody that will be a president. And I'm not interested in any, even the issue of zoning. I'm not interested on that for now because we don't have confidence in most of them that want to come out. Nigeria mentality will still play out for them to put us in slavery. I'm not talking about any personality. What I'm interested most before 2023 is for us to restructure this country to region. So if we restructure to region, anybody can be a president. We'll be less concerned with what will happen in Abuja. Our more concentration on development and our future will be in our region, in Southwest. But by saying somebody should be a president from your own zone, those are political businessmen who have already realized how much it will make from the candidates. They have calculated, the candidates have promised them that we spend about 800 billion naira. So they have already opened their mouths and saliva that they will make nothing less than 100 to 150 million naira. And they will sell their future 4 years damages can create another 80 years damage for our dear nation. That's the mistake Nigeria don't think of in electioneerings. When you put a wrong person in power for 4 years, it will create a damage of another 40 or 80 years. And what we are saying, I don't engage anybody to be a president, but I'm not so desperate about zoning. I'm not even desperate about Southwest. All I want is that let us have our region back based on true federalism, based on federating unit. By then, we can develop at our own pace. So when we generated 100% of income, we give 20 or 25 to the federal. The federal government will still be rich because all the season we give them 25% of their income. And they will be more organized. To the extent most of our resources are being injected to Niger now. Building a refinery to Niger, and we don't have road here, building a road that link Niger. Most of our politicians in the north now invest in Niger. Before you know, within 10 years, Niger will be a paradise. And Nigeria continue to be rotten. So let's go back to regionalism. And if you don't want to go back, I'm afraid within 2-3 years, Nigeria will break.